Welcome to PACWEST Best in Class, highlighting student athletes that are leaving their mark on athletics and academics across the conference.
Taya Karsten from the Camosun Chargers women's basketball team joins us for this Best in Class. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Okay, so this is Best in Class, which means we want to talk a little bit about the academic side of being a student athlete, and you're going into your last year at Camosun. So I'm sure you've learned some tricks and some tips along the way. But first, kinesiology is the program that you were in. Why did you choose kinesiology?
I think I've always grown up playing multiple different sports. So I loved that active side of things, but also really loved the human kinetic body connection. And so I'm passionate about going into a profession that is focused on increasing the health and wellness of our whole society. So kin is just kind of a gateway to a lot of different opportunities like chiro or physio. So yeah.
Does it help you prepare for a game? If you, especially coming off an injury, does it help you a little bit recover faster knowing about the body and particularly your own?
Yeah, I think we learn a lot about even the coaching side of things. We take certain classes that are applicable to that. And then, yeah, the recovery and training and really kind of understanding what's going on in your body when you're physically exerting yourself day after day. So yeah, definitely connects.
Now, you are a Camosun Charger, but you weren't always a Camosun Charger, going to Medicine Hat, the transfer from Medicine Hat to Camosun. Why did you want to move?
So I'm born and raised in Medicine Hat, and so I played 2 years on the Rattlers women's team here for basketball, and then I couldn't I was done all my classes kind of at a stop where I either had to transfer to a university, but I wanted to kind of continue playing basketball, so I looked at some of my options and ended up at Camosun. So
It's a lot warmer in Victoria too, isn't it, compared to Medicine Hat?
definitely, yeah.
How are you dealing with the bus rides and the ferry rides that you have when it comes to your academic side of things? Can you read and study on the ferry and on the bus?
I get motion sick, so I
Okay.
choose to use the ferry as a time just to we play cards as a team and just kind of listen to music, nap if I need to, and then I make sure that my week before travel is very prioritized, school focused, taking my breaks in between classes, working on whatever schoolwork I need to get done before the trips. So
Is that something you learned along the way from where you were going into Medicine Hat now to coming out into Camosun and going into your final year of school? Is that something you had to learn along the way?
for sure. I think the first couple semesters is learning how you're a lot more independent with school and there's not teachers there handing you little baby assignments that'll help grow you to your exams. It's you have a couple big assignments, then your midterms and final exams, and that's what your grade depends on. So it's up to you to really focus on understanding the curriculum and all the stuff you're learning before you're entering into those assignments and test periods. So
Yeah. Do you use something to keep yourself on track? Because you're juggling so many balls with practice and lifting and all this kind of stuff, and of course, games and road trips. Is there something that you use?
definitely a weekly planner, and then um I think before those tests and stuff, just really utilizing your textbooks and notebooks and uh my OneNote, Microsoft OneNote has been my best friend. And yeah, it took a couple years to kind of mess around with which apps and stuff work for you and which note-taking kind of study methods kind of work. In some classes that flashcard making really works. And then some classes you decide that no, you just kind of have to go through the textbook and rewrite your own notes. And yeah, depends on the class.
Has it gotten easier along the way?
I think the curriculum and classes are getting harder. So I think you just kind of, it all just gradually builds, but you're also getting better at your knowing what study methods work for you. So easier and harder all at the same time.
So you have lots of games, you have lots of practice time, lifting with the teams, no doubt team functions and some social life. Where does self-care come into this whole thing to keep yourself on track?
Yeah. That's definitely been the balance and the challenge of I think it all, but I have fallen in love with just lifting and going to the gym. So that portion that also contributes to my basketball skills can is also a form of self-care. So going in early in the morning and getting a lift and a workout in, or even going to shoot some hoops just to blow off some steam, like that helps. I think that is part of my self-care. And then also, like, I'm a huge baker, so sometimes coming home and just baking some cupcakes or cookies, like that's definitely been my form of self-care in the kitchen.
Well, hang on. Like, what kind of cookies are we talking about here?
Oh man, I just make everything for the team. I do like a pumpkin cream cheese cookie, a
Wow.
score. I don't know. Yeah, whatever I'm feeling, whatever's in the pantry that week.
So do you have to bake for road trips? Come on, be honest. Are players coming to you and say, come on, Taya, we need some cookies or something for the road trip?
More the guys' team. I get a few like, what did you bring this week?
It's the hollow legs that guys have at this age.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with all the stuff going on, what you know now, would you do it all over again? If you could go back in time and tell your rookie self going into medicine at college, would you say, stay the course or get out while you can and just be a student?
100%. It's so worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I would do it all over again. And the girls, the teammates and stuff, and the memories you make, like, it all makes it like I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. There's lots of unforgettable just from the road trips and the hotel nights. And it's not even about the wins and the losses in the end. It's all about the memories you make along the way and the practices and the inside jokes. And yeah.
Your last year, can you believe it's the last time you're on a PACWEST basketball court next year?
I know, it's crazy.
Are you going to take it all in? Did you learn from some of the senior players this past year that to really soak it in, or is it just focus on the game?
Yeah, I feel like you can't get too sentimental about it because it'll eventually like I don't know if that'll hinder a little bit. But I think yeah, just continuing to enjoy and love the game and just have fun. Like really that's what it should be about is just going out there and remembering why you started and why you love the game in the first place. It's just fun, you know?
Yeah. So here for the summer, you're back home in Medicine Hat. What are you doing in Medicine Hat this summer?
I am working at a chiropractic clinic as an assistant. They call me the exercise specialist. So, and then also as a waitress at Earl's.
Yeah. Right up your alley though with the chiropractor business. Could you see yourself helping out permanently after school is over?
Yeah, I was very like set on physiotherapy, and so this exposure to chiropractics has kind of opened my mind. Maybe it'll be a battle between whether I do my master's in physio or go down and do my doctor of chiro. So yeah, it's definitely I've learned so much and been enjoying it a lot so far.
Well, take it all in and enjoy. Get your feet up as much as you can. Hit the beach if you can in Medicine Hat because fall will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this, and we'll see you down the road.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This has been PACWEST Best in Class with Ryan Waters.